Oh, dude, try to get something for me. That would rock. I so would love it.
I'd prefer if it wasn't 896.
See, yeah, I wish I had Games of Death or something.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's at home, and that's a one-shot. That was a good one-shot story too. And we're good, right? No, I'm good. Just walks away. But, like, I love the story, but I really want to, like, right next to Joe Kelly was Duncan Relayu, and you know, a lot of you guys aren't into the artists like I am, but Kelly and Relayu had this awesome run on Superman. I sat there for 15 minutes just shot to shit with Duncan Relayu about what I need to do to get into the comic industry, because the first thing he asked me was, how much do you draw? And I was like, dude, every second I get free, it'll be a section of this weekend. He's like, what do you have trouble on? I'm like, sometimes with like a female posture, like the female anatomy in general. Like I either draw them like they should be a stripper, or they're like 10, and then I want to make them look like they're 20. He's like, well, work on what you suck at the most, you'll get better at everything else. So he's like, so he told me, like, so what's your kryptonite? I'm like, right now? He's like, yeah, real life guns and women. He's like, well, sit there and dedicate yourself to drawing a 5-page comic about women shooting guns, and that's it. He's like, that's how I went over all my hurdles. He's like, continue with that. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, and don't submit through the mail. You gotta bring your stuff into conventions. You know, I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, because Image Comics submission guidelines, dude, you guys are kind of dicks. you know, you throw the facts out there, but you kind of like rub it in people's faces. You know, like, we don't care if your mom thinks you can draw, or you hunted down Stan Lee in a bathroom and he said your writing was okay. You haven't shown it to us yet. Yeah. You know, he's like, well, sometimes you gotta be kind of blunt, get your point across to stop the people that constantly nag you about wanting to get into the business. Yeah. So, and my goal is really, like, because I'm 30 now. That was the goal back when I was 20, is to be a comic artist while I'm 30. I haven't achieved it yet, but I'm gonna give myself another 10 years. And then another 10 years after that. But still, Duncan Relayu, really cool guy, really laid back. I was just taken away by it. I really wish I would have just spent the extra money to buy some of his work for him to sign, but, you know, I'm probably going to see him again.
Gail Simone.
Gail Simone was
so nice. Just nice. Yeah. I kind of wish we got more chance to talk with her, but I understand how busy she is with
Judd Winick was there too.
No idea.
And you don't know? Okay, for some of you who don't know, he was on the second season of MTV's The Real World. He was the cartoonist. And he ended up hooking up with the girl who was studying to be a doctor out in San Francisco. Yeah, and he pitched the story of the Red Hood to DC Animated, and they picked it up. So I wanted to go there and meet him and be like, dude, the last time I ever watched a reality show, you were on it and I liked it. You had a really good run with the Titans, you know, regardless of what people said. You know, and now I'm looking forward to the Red Hood, you know, video that's coming out, which has Neil Patrick Harris voicing Robin. Or Nightwing, I believe.
Nightwing.
Yeah, he's voicing Nightwing, and I forgot who's voicing Batman.
It's the dude that played. He was in this Star Trek movie as Pike.
Star Trek. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and it just looks fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You guys get a chance to talk with Palmiotti?
For a few minutes.
Yeah, he told me to come by tomorrow and we'll actually sit down and do a big, long interview. As long as I don't get Rob Liefeld by him, I'm like, that's pretty cool. I would have surprised if I get Rob Liefeld by him. But.
Yeah, you definitely got robbed today.
Robbed. I don't know, I'm looking forward to talking to him tomorrow just because he would be willing to sit down a bit longer. And ideally, I'd just ask him the same questions I asked everyone else. You know, what was your favorite thing about working on Deadpool? What was something you wanted to write and didn't get a chance to? Joe Kelly, Deadpool. Okay, so what about just WonderCon in general? What do you guys?
Really good time. I've been to my fair share of conventions. The highlight, though, besides meeting all the other artists, is I got a chance to meet Adam Kubrick, but he didn't have a chance to sign it. I went to a panel. Him and his dad were at, Joe Kubrick. And he was talking about Wolverine issue number 90. So I was like, oh, this ain't number 90, but can I get to the sign? He's like, I really don't have any pens on me, and you know, I'm tired. And I was like, okay. So I walked away like upset. That's why 100 you guys are like jerk, but still it was great to hear his story coming into the whole comic book industry, which is really interesting. Because I never thought I'd ever meet a Kubrick ever, especially Joe Kubrick. But I gotta, like, no disrespect to Joe Kubrick, you put me to sleep a few times. Because he was like, hey, man, talking about all this time, and I'm like, yeah, I know, whatever. Have your son talk. I grew up with your kid drawing, okay? I loved his run with Morrison on Batman, but you know, he's a great guy. And also I don't know, at the Image booth again, the Image guys were really cool. Like even just the volunteer that was working for Image that day.
They were all really awesome.
Bastards suckered me into buying two trade packs of Invincible.
I hated how the DC booth was set up. I mean, granted, I'm not a big DC guy anyway, so there was these butt-ass long lines of people waiting to talk to the DC guys. And everywhere else, you just walked up and kind of stood behind whoever was right up there. Alvin Lee was pretty cool to me, too.
Alvin Lee was
good. He didn't really have a whole lot to say, but it was like, oh, cool, yeah, Deadpool, blah, blah, blah. That was actually a really cool picture of Deadpool. Was that for sale?
Yeah, it was.
How much was that?
It's like $30.
It was a booklet.
That's straight blue board though. Blue Line Pro artwork. That stuff.
I know, man. I'm still tempted to go back and buy that, dude. That thing was so awesome. I don't know. I like meeting all the people. I met 5 or 6 subscribers and stuff, and everyone was really cool to talk to.
That was one of the fun things. Like when people would recognize me by my voice.
Yeah, like Mike Galusic?
That one kid was like, "Hey, you Mike Galusic, man?" Jim's like, "Yes, I am." The kid had a total nerdgasm.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was like, "Look at that, movie star." And I was like, "Hey, you ever heard of Momo McCann?" No.
You listen to a Mark Simeon's? What now?
What's a podcast?
Sure,
I don't have an
Step in the background when you were conceived, you little bastard. That's what it is.
So no excuses, guys. You're seeing them talk. If you're not already subscribed, you can go subscribe to him. And if you don't, check out his stuff. Go do it.
And for
at least check these two out.
For the guys at 7th Inning Cards and Comics, you don't believe me that I know Nate of Deadpool and Friends and Mike Galusic. Fucking proof right there, and I am the voice of Snig on Rancor Squad.
Yeah,
look at my enthusiasm.
He's lying.
No, what's really cool too is last time we went to the Star Wars fan film thing because we did talk about that. We actually didn't. Last night was just like previous winners, and, like some sort of cool battle thing. And we got to meet one of the girls from Lucasfilm, Mary Franklin. Was
Franklin. I'd so make out with her, even though she's like 100. She has that look.
She's kind of built.
I thought she was a Gmail.
She gave us her email address to make sure that we're in the contest with Rancor Squad. I really want to get episode 2 of it. I think episode 2 is going to turn bad enough.
There's homework for me Monday when I get back.
Oh yeah, we need to get your audio too, huh?
Yeah.
We got yours, we got Matt's. I need to do mine.
Not me. I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, the other Matt.
It actually going to that made me feel really good too because it's like if some of those could win.
Yeah, no kidding. Sorry about that. I'm playing footsie with Matt over here. I think we had a fun dude.
Nate's cheating on you with the dude. Ew. And your brother's not doing anything. He's just holding the camera.
I think the other. I just had a fun time last night. You guys are always really cool to hang out. I think we all kind of have that, not abrasive personality, but kind of let's go out and do some jackassery. And have fun. So we're all having fun.
Dancing with the bum.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I want to go ahead. I want to thank my sister for helping me get my ass out here because she was like really adamant about me coming out here. There was a few times where my job was like second guessing giving me the time off. So I was like, I don't want to go to San Francisco. Fuck them. So I was like, screw that. You're going, even if I got to call my doctor and fake a note. Going.
I really want to think.
You don't travel that much. You need to start doing that more often. You need to get out more. So big shout out to my sister Mary. I love you because you did that. Yeah. Also, let's go ahead and throw your wife in.
That's a huge thanks to the wife for saying, of course, go out to WonderCon. She didn't quite make it that easy. But it was actually I was fairly surprised how easily she was like, if you really want to go to comic book convention, go do one. So it was epic, totally worth it, man. Like seriously, I didn't know Rob Liefeld was going to be here. Didn't know Joe Kelly was going to be here. I just knew Gail Simone and Jimmy Palmiotti. And so
I knew Jeff Johns was going to be here, but it was like after I saw that line last time I was on a line like that, it was an unemployment line. I was like 19, and it was just like, I'm not waiting on there to have some dude shake his hand and he just expects me to leave.
You mean like what he did to me? Jeff, thank you for the advice you gave me on writing. Oh, sure.
Yeah, dead hand. I bet you it was a dead fish. You know, the ones where there's no grip. It's just like here. I'll show you dead. I'll show you dead fish. Look. Give me a handshake. I'll show you dead fish.
He's like, I was like, walks away.
It's pretty cool meeting Peter Mayhew, the guy who played Chewbacca.
Yes.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, he was over there. He signed something really cool for Richard over there.
Adam Baldwin. Adam Baldwin,
dude, he was fucking so cool, man. I got a picture with him. One thing I didn't like how is like most of the actors you had to like pay for like everything. You want a picture, you want an autograph, blah blah blah. And the comic guys are like, let me sign everything, sure. Yeah, no, you don't have to pay me money. But Adam, it was so cool.
Speaking of actors, James Marsters, the guy who played Spike from Angel and Buffy. And he plays Captain John in Torchwood. He was the voice of Lex Luthor in the Superman Doomsday DVD.
Coolest effing dude to talk to, man. And he's really excited to be there and talk to. Because he's it was 1976, 78.
He
went
was
to
at the
first,
first Star Trek convention.
yeah, he's like, I saw one of you guys. He was real big on that. Always has a cool story to share with
yeah.
you, Italian stuff. Plenty of stuff. Got a cool picture signed for the wife.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Jim Kelly.
Jim
The
Kelly,
other day,
yes.
and that was fun.
What does he do?
He's
Jim Kelly, Enter the Dragon?
Enter the Dragon. Black Belt.
I was out there, but I
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
the only one.
Oh, the Afro dude?
Yes.
No way.
Oh, he was
You look like you came right out of a comic book.
No, it's like, it doesn't matter where you go. A ghetto's a ghetto.
Yeah.
Poor guy gets killed too, man. Bullshit. The coolest motherfucker.
Hey, wait a minute, Black guy died, so I'm only in this. How much longer now?
Like a light fixture just falls.
I haven't been filming you, man. I'm sorry I had to cut you off.
Somebody comes out and kicks your ass with an iron claw. I don't have any of those, but I'll give you an angry.